Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining in today's webinar. I am Shaista and will be your host for the webinar. In today's session, we will be discussing how to grow sales remotely with digital sales operation. To take us through this webinar, we have Murli Krishna, Director Sales Operation at Lead Squared, and Pushkaraj Phule, Director Marketing at Ameo. Mr. Murli has over 8 years of experience in sales and has led several teams during this time. Prior to Lead Square, he was a relationship manager at HDFC Bank, where he mastered the sales process and pipeline of financial institution. Of late, he has been extensively working with the education sector, helping school, colleges, universities, and edtech business. Welcome, Murli. We also have with us Mr. Pushkaraj. He has over 10 years of experience in driving growth in SaaS space using conversion optimization and growth marketing at Ameo. At Ameo, he is leading key marketing initiative to drive growth globally. Prior to Ameo, he has worked across roles of business development, pre-sales, and marketing at Netco Solution, Housing.com, and Nugent Software. Welcome, Pushkaraj. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any question during the presentation, please type them into the question box in your GoToWebinar control panel. I'll bring them up during the presentation along with the questions which we have received through our registration, and we will also have time for the question at end of the webinar too. Moving forward to the agenda of the webinar, we will discuss how sales can be increased with a combined CRM and contact center solution, challenges of remote contact center and their solutions. We will also share some of our happy customer stories today. Now, without any further ado, let me welcome our first speaker, Pushkaraj. Over to you, Pushkaraj.
Okay. Thank you, Shaista, and a warm welcome to all our attendees. Good afternoon to you all, and I hope you guys are safe and doing great in this times of pandemic. So I'd like to begin this webinar by highlighting one important point, which is that human-to-human interaction is irreplaceable now. So during this pandemic time, what we have found that the inbound call volume has increased, and it has increased by 50 to 60% or even more. And there's a huge pressure on the contact center to reduce the cost of operations because everyone is trying to maximize the profitability. So to handle this increased spike in call volume, many have adopted automation or bots, and that's a good thing with the hope that customer will now do self-service, and that's very essential to handle the basic simple queries. But definitely that is not going to replace human-to-human interaction. People are more anxious, consumers want to talk to human beings, and contact center is the only line of human-to-human engagement now available in this pandemic because field sales are not there, field visits are not possible, and this is going to be for a long term. So also we observe that now all these three functions of sales, service, and collections are now being driven by the contact center. So it's a great time to transform the contact center from being a cost center to a profit center. So let me quickly bring in Murli to share his thoughts. Over to you, Murli.
Yeah, thank you, Pushkaraj. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope all of you are keeping safe. So to quickly, bring on to the topic. So especially 3 points of sales, service, and collections, right? So all these three are majorly seen as field sales heavy operations before the pandemic. And now the current scenario is completely changed, right? So all the three processes are now majorly driven by contact centers and with an integrated CRM, which basically help them in terms of doing their regular day-to-day activities without being on field. That itself is a major change, right? And as Pushkaraj mentioned, people are investing in digital technologies, be it chatbots, be it voice bots, or there are a lot of do-yourself kind of platforms which they're out there companies are building to make sure the customer goes onto their website or the mobile app and do all that stuff himself and completes the sale or any other process he want to do. But one important thing is lot of products. Let's say a classic example can be lending, insurance, or maybe a company like Cars24 or OLX who sell cars, or online high value deals which happens online. So all these are assisted sales processes, right, wherein human interaction is the key, right, wherein they have queries that needs to be sorted, they have questions to answer in terms of what value the product will offer, etc. And there is also some bit of negotiation which will happen in most of these processes. So that is where human interaction becomes the key. And today we'll be discussing on how MEO and Lead Squared as a solution can help in these processes, and majorly obviously focusing on sales as a major part. So what is a combined CRM and call center solution, right? So now call center ideally offers your services for dialing out and various other features in terms of call recording, assigning it to a specific rep, etc. Now, why is it necessary to have a integrated CRM with that? So these are quick pointers. So one, as the digital sales trend is increasing, right? Now, at the same time, the sources where the companies invest for lead gen is also increasing, be it Google AdWords, be it Facebook, be it LinkedIn, or any other source where you get leads from. So there is a lot of digital activities companies are doing, and all these leads needs to be centrally captured in a system to make sure you track and monitor what is happening. That is one. And even you're operating on a digital process which is driven by a do yourself kind of a platform. So at each point you need to have triggers to make sure that the customer or the lead is completing the sale, right, or completing his journey. So that is where CRM comes into picture to monitor the journey of the lead and help him wherever he's stuck. So the second point covers that. So there is a huge increase in call center assisted sales processes, be it sales or collections for that matter. So wherein there are a lot of call center driven processes where a call will be done when the user is trying to do a certain activity on their website, which basically helps them to convert in a better way. So this call center assisted sales again is a combination of your having data, availability and access of the right information to the call center rep. So that is where we will come to lead 360-degree view. We'll cover that in detail in the next slides on what 360-degree view which call center plus a CRM offers, and how it will be useful for the rep. Now, other important change or the need for a combined solution is the decentralized teams. Now, if you see before COVID, right, or before this, the whole process impacted, whenever you think of a call center, the whole idea is, there is a big team sitting in an office, with all headphones set and, continuously having calls. Now there is a drastic change in that process in itself, wherein people are working from home. There is no direct interaction happening between the team members, but still the processes are able to continue with, yes, there will be some impact in adapting to the change, but the current scenario and the scenario going forward will also be that decentralized teams will continue to work. So that is where you need to have a tool which can basically help to connect all these teams, all these teams working from different locations can use a call center solution for calling, and all the updates happening in the call center can centrally be updated in a CRM, and all the analytics will be directly visible to the core managers and whoever is handling the business ops, right? So that itself is a major change, and that calls for a combined solution, which is again coming to the next important point, is integration with actionable insights. Now what happens in most of the cases, a first call is done and there is no follow-up happened, or timely follow-up is missing, or maybe in lot of cases time to first call itself is huge, where you're missing the lead already by the time you call, right? So in all these cases, a robust CRM can basically help you to have actionable insights, create automated tasks, even go ahead with automated dialing solutions of MEO, wherein the data can come into CRM and can be pushed to the dialer for automated dialing, and then a seamless flow of call and disposition, and then next action can be derived out of the solution. Yeah. So now we'll discuss on a combined solution of Lead Squared plus MEO, and how a business can build a proactive sales and operations in terms of support or collections. So first thing, so there are a couple of case studies also which will be presenting over the end of the session. For example, how Byju's have been using Lead Squared and MEO as a solution, and how Cars24 improved their efficiencies across call centers. We'll discuss in detail. So before that, we will quickly go into a quick processes or use cases which we generally solve, right? So now first important use case which Lead Squared solves is basically your sales process, which is your new customer acquisition or the hunting process of a business, where you have inquiries coming in, and or you generate inquiries from multiple sources, and how you manage the whole new sales process. And second important aspect in a lot of businesses, especially financial services or businesses where there is a huge upsell or cross-sell opportunity from the same customer. So there again, a solution of Lead Squared and MEO will definitely help. And mobile first approach, so this is the new scenario which again Lead Squared and MEO is covering on how you can make a mobile friendly CRM and manage individuals regular day-to-day sales operations from the mobile itself. So there is a huge focus on this particular piece from technology standpoint, as well as from solving new use cases. Right, so we'll go quickly on one by one in terms of what value we offer. So first thing first, so new and fresh leads. So what solution Lead Squared offers in this particular category is, as I already mentioned, so a business gets leads from multiple sources. Now Lead Squared can become a central repository of all these leads. We capture, or we sync basically all your sources, and Lead Squared will become a central piece where all the leads are captured. Once the leads are captured, that's where the real use cases of Lead Squared will come into picture, wherein a lead scoring and prioritization logic is built in. You can customize this based on your business, and this scoring and prioritization will help you to manage a lead or derive actions in a better way. A high quality low lead or a high priority lead can be triggered for a first call versus a low quality lead or a low scoring lead, right? And there are various other scenarios on how prioritization can help. Obviously we have a couple of sessions on lead prioritization, etc., which I know we have already done webinars on. And the other important step, and especially where the call center setup is huge, like where if you have hundreds of people in the call center, or not even 100, in cases you have 50 plus people, so lead distribution itself will become a major challenge, right? Wherein you want to distribute equally to all of them, and then you want to limit certain set of leads, or you want to assign only quality leads to a certain sales rep. So all of these logics of distribution can be controlled in the CRM, right? And then pass to the rep to call, and then MEO can take the next steps of click to call and other things, right? So which Pushkaraj will be explaining. And the last thing is to have high probability of conversions. Now by having these actions in place, like prioritizing and giving a certain score, etc., so you always have a higher probability to convert lead in a better way, or maybe increase efficiencies in terms of time to first call, etc. So Pushraj, quickly you can explain on the MEO part and how certain features in MEO will be synced to Lead Squared and help in the call center process.
Correct, sure. So with your click to call functionality, the agents can directly call the customer from the CRM application itself. So with Lead Squared, we have a easy user based integration. So and which eliminates a lot of manual overheads and typos and errors in dialing the number. Also, there's a skill-based routing, so wherein the calls can be routed to the most suitable agent who is fit to handle the leads. The skills can be defined by the supervisor or by the contact center manager, and it can be, there are multiple rules you can set up. So rules like, suppose if it's a BFSI company, and if a lead is coming for a home loan product, that should be routed to a specific agent. If it's a lead which is coming for a credit card, you route to a different agent. There are multiple rules, so you can set up routing based on languages, based on products, or based on geographies, whatever the contact center manager seems fit. And that can be routed accordingly to the best suitable agent to ensure that the leads are addressed properly.
Yes. So, and from the usability perspective, from the call center rep perspective, he will have a single window where he just logs in and then he does all his operations of calling, updating the status, and putting the next follow-up dates and comments, etc. So all of this will be on a single screen, which makes or which improves adaption in terms of using the platform, right?
Correct.
So
So
then
post the
comes your
call.
upsell and cross-sell. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So post
Yeah,
the call,
Pushkar.
both the call disposition as well as audio logs will be available in the CRM itself for further analysis and action.
Yeah. So yeah, so then comes your upsell and cross sell for existing customers. So we were talking about a 360-degree view of a lead or a customer. So basically, whenever a lead enters into a system, right? So he does lot of activities, let's say, wherein there are multiple touch points where you send an email, you send an SMS, probably your call center guy is calling him, and then he himself is coming and visiting your website and doing certain activities, right? So all of this is basically a history when you convert. And whenever a sales rep or a call center agent is talking to the lead, first and foremost important point is to have a contextual conversation. So without history, what happened with this lead before, or even a day before, what happened if the call center guy is not aware. So the conversations are not contextual in nature, and then it starts from zero, and then again the discussion will go in in a different direction ideally. So that problem will be completely solved by having integrated solution of CRM and a call center system, where the user always have first-hand information of the whole history of a lead, right? And what is the current stage of the lead, what happened in the last conversation. And there are scenarios where you can also show the call center agent on what products to pitch. For example, some customer have taken a savings account and you want to pitch him a credit card, or pitch him a loan, or any other product of your business, right? So system based on the current stage of the lead and previous context of the lead, it can tell you that, or it can suggest the call center agent that these products can be pitched to this particular lead, right? So that itself will help in having a better conversation and help the rep to have better upsell and cross sell opportunities, right? And then comes automated follow-ups. This is more related to specific industries where you have a renewal process, or a process where you need to call at a regular frequency. Like for example, in an insurance, you have a insurance renewal and you want to have a reminder call, and you want to have a follow-up call, etc. So all that processes can be automated. And similarly in education or any specific vertical, like a classic example could be you're taking an online course, right? You take a particular course and there is an add-on course to that, where the business will start pitching whenever you complete course 1, they start pitching you course 2 by emails, SMS, and other follow-up calls based on your history, right? So that is where your automated follow-ups will help, wherein system will automatically have a logic to define on if XYZ lead completes course 1, automatically create a follow-up task for course 2 in a frequency of 30 days or based on the business cycle, right? And lead assignment, which we already discussed. So there are a couple of important rules from MEO side, which is your sticky agent feature, wherein if a call center rep had a discussion with a lead, when the lead calls back, that call should be diverted to the same rep so that he have a better context of what discussion happened prior to that call. Now if you see in a lot of customer service related calls, the call land on a random guy, so now somebody will pick, and after 5 minutes if you call, the lead is given to somebody else where you have to start explaining from ground zero again, right? So that kind of issues can be definitely solved by having sticky agent features, or if in some cases, if not sticky agent, you can basically make the conversation details available to the person whoever receives the call by sharing the history. So these are multiple scenarios where system can drive upsell cross sell opportunities and also trigger you actionable insights. Yeah.
Correct. And so the sticky agent also helps so that to ensure that the customer experience is not affected, and the customer doesn't have to repeat all the information right from the start. And as Murli already said, that if we don't have the customer agent doesn't have the information about the customer, the discussion can go haywire. But with the lead squared integration, we now have a unified view of the customer, and even if the same agent is not available to pick up the calls, the another agent can quickly have a view or detailed insights and what was the conversation which happened earlier, and can ensure the communication happens without affecting the customer experience.
Yeah. Yes, Pushraj, you can move on. Yeah. So the important piece on the mobile first approach. So now after COVID, and if you see the current scenario, so mobile, CRM or managing tasks on mobile is very prevalent, right? Wherein or most of the call center agents doesn't have necessary equipments to call, etc. And but the good thing is everybody is having a smartphone and they can always have an app which can help them to do this. So that is where both MEO and Lead Squared focusing on in terms of having your seamless process on the mobile, right? So we already have click to call enabled from the mobile app via MEO, wherein the user can log in and initiate a call from the mobile app itself, and the whole call can be recorded and the activity can be tracked in terms of what is the call duration. And centrally, if somebody want to audit those calls, that history is available in the CRM centrally. And auto allocation of tasks. So as I mentioned partly initially, the lead distribution piece, right, wherein now people are working remotely and making sure they are available, or monitoring whether he's ready to take calls, etc. So all of that is made easy. So MEO provides a panel to make where the user can mark himself available to take calls, and Lead Squared CRM automatically detects that and assigns calls to the respective agent, right? And then notifications. So whenever a new lead is assigned or a new task is created, there are on the mobile notifications, which basically helps them to proactively check what follow-ups are there and start initiating the calls for that particular lead. And we'll cover on the analytics part as well. So we provide a lot of dashboards, both MEO and Lead Squared, which will help to monitor the overall efficiency of the team in terms of time to first call or total call duration, or efficiencies in terms of number of calls done by each sales rep, and number of conversions, obviously, in terms of who is converting better. And you also can have actionable insights based on these analytics, right? So wherein a low converting rep can be pulled for an audit of their recordings and put it into a training category where the sales rep needs to be trained more. So all of that actionable insights can be derived from the CRM.
Correct. So we'll also talk about the mobile agent app for contact center in a few minutes, but let's move on. So this is another trend which we have found that now video is used to replace the physical or real face-to-face meetings, because that's the only channel which can get closest to replicating a physical face-to-face meeting. So with video calls, you can now see the customer, you can understand the body language and the non-verbal cues, which anyway sales guys used to do in a real face-to-face meeting to determine whether a lead will get converted to a customer or not. So a couple of use cases of video call are basically when you are doing a loan discussion with a MSME. You would want to understand his business, his ability to repay, whether he has any other loan happening, and so other things. So basically, there's a thing called personal discussion, and video can help you do that in a remote setup. Or the other use case, which we'll also see in the Byju's case study in coming few slides, is that if you are discussing a learning program for your kids, the parents want to have a detailed discussion and understand what are the offerings, why is that the best course for your kid. And another thing is in terms of relationship management. So as a relationship manager, you can introduce yourself to the customers and even do basic troubleshooting if that's possible on the video. So the advantage of having a video contact center or a video channel integrated with a contact center is that the earlier discussions which were happening in the physical world, you are not able to monitor those and identify some data points from it. But with a video integrated contact center, all those things are now available for quality monitoring. You have data to analyze that what was the discussion that happened in the call, which led to the lead to convert to a customer vis-a-vis the call which didn't convert. So with all this data and analytics at hand, you can improve your conversions, sales conversions with a video chat. Yeah, and as Murli said, there are a lot of reporting and analytics. So Ameyo provides the detailed reports on your outbound call performance, like call handles, how many breaks did the agent took, what was the call volume, what is the average handling time, how many callbacks are scheduled. So all these are very important to monitor the agent's productivity and ensure they are working towards achieving the business KPIs. And if you are using a omni-channel contact center, you also get agents' performance across multiple channels and even the customer preference toward the channel. So that would help you prioritize and optimize the investment in those channels to deliver superior customer experience. Yeah, I think going forward, yeah, Murli, there are a couple of slides on the reporting.
Yeah, so reporting, as as I mentioned, right? So there are various analytics which businesses want to look at, starting from performance by region, by sales rep, by product, by source, right? So obviously Ameyo provides the call center specific reports on call duration, call times, lag times, etc. Now what Lead Squared basically provides you is a overall view of your business in terms of how the overall conversion is happening at a region level, at an agent level, and at a product level. And then, as I said, you can also do your actionable insights based on this, right? So you can pick up a low performing agent, as I said, and do the next steps of creating tasks automatically and distributing probably his leads to better converting rep, or putting some criterias on lead assignment logics. A poor converting rep or a higher converting rep should get a certain set of quality leads, right? So those actionable insights and analytics obviously will be driven by the CRM. And other important metrics is to basically monitor individual performances, right? Who is the star performer of the day, or how many calls average a sales rep is doing in a day, how much is the overall talk time for a rep, and what is the conversion, if conversion is related to talk time, yes, no, and all these analytics will give you basically help you in terms of taking better business decisions, right? Yeah.
And this and
So
in
we
the
have,
remote. Yeah, in the remote setup, I think this becomes more important because productivity is also now dependent on the agent, and how do you monitor the distributed workforce and set up certain benchmarks.
Yes, and most of the customers also request for specific reports based on their specific business use case. So yes, I think CRMs have capability to build custom analytics based on the customer requirement. So that will be taken care, as part of custom reporting. So now we'll go into the remote contact center piece, which Pushkraj will be explaining, which we see a bigger traction in terms of both, integrated CRM. So before that, I think we have few success stories, which where customers are using Lead Squared and MEO together and have improved efficiencies in various parameters. Pushkraj will cover
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Correct. So this is a case study of Byju's. I think Byju's don't need any introduction. It's the world's leading edtech company with billion-dollar valuations. So Amaya helped them transition almost 9,000 agents to remote contact center. They are using Amaya for all the process of sales, inside sales, pre-sales, and post-sales. Amaya helped them get a good call connect rate. And this was very essential because what used to happen in the pre-COVID-19 scenario is that call center guys used to schedule the meetings, and the sales guys used to actually physically visit the parents' place and have a discussion with them regarding the education program. But with the pandemic, the physical face-to-face meetings are not possible. And even the sales guys are now having the meetings with parents over a call or over a video. So ensuring good connect rate was critical to ensure that agents are productive and they are able to scale their operations. Also, with the agents working remotely, they were able to reach more customers. Look at the volume of sales. Whatever they achieved in last 4 years, they were able to achieve in just 2 months because of the remote contact center. And that's the kind of volume which we are talking at. And also with the remote the quality monitoring tools, they were able to monitor the agents performance and optimize wherever required. So the another case study which is there of Cars24, it's a leading brand to buy and sell cars. So I may help them reduce their lead turnaround time from 24 minutes to 4.25 minutes. So the challenges they were facing was they were using a manual dialer, which was not integrated with the CRM, and there were a lot of overheads. Even when the lead came, the agents were not getting a notification, and that resulted in the first call happening very late. As Murid earlier also talked, the first call itself, there was a lot of delay. So the turnaround time was very low, the handling time was very high. There was no no unified view of the customer because of no integration with the CRM, and that led to a poor lead to appointment ratio. So when Ameo came, it was integrated URL-based integration with the CRM. The moment a lead came, the agents used to get a notification on which they used to call up immediately, and then based on the region which the guy has came from the lead, it was allocated to the nearest branch for the further inspection and of the car. And with the unified view, they were also able to get a contextual view of basically the unified view of the customer to have contextual conversations. And all this resulted in the increase in number of appointments from 3,300 to 12,000, and improvement in lead to appointment ratio from 11 to 23%. Okay, so let's see the benefits of remote contact center. First and the foremost benefit which we have seen is that the remote contact center can help you lower your cost of operations. So what we observed that the infrastructure cost is almost 25% of the agent's cost. And when we are saying infrastructure cost, we mean the desk space, the power, the internet, and all of the associated costs. And that comes to roughly around 25 to 30% of the agent's cost. And if we assume that the agent's cost is almost 50% of the total contact center's operation cost, the remote contact center can easily save a cost of around 12.5%, which is almost the margins at which many of the BPOs operate. So definitely that's the biggest benefit in terms of remote contact center. The second benefit which we see is in terms of higher workforce satisfaction and productivity. As you've seen in the Byju's case, because they were working remotely, there was less of travel time, they were able to reach more customers, and the sales volume increased drastically. Also, now the agents get more time to spend with their family, so there's a work-life balance, and thus resulting in workforce satisfaction. The third point which we see is in terms of access to a larger talent pool with no geo constraints. So suppose you want to sell to Indonesia and you want agents to sell or service customers in the local language. You can now hire agents there, and with a quick remote setup, you can get them up and running in no time. Similarly, also there are now educated housewives who can now spend a couple of hours or 3 to 4 hours per day for working. In the earlier scenario, you are not able to hire them, but now with the remote setup, you can, with just having just a mobile app, you can get them up and running and basically hire diverse workforce. So these are the benefits of remote contact center. So let's see, run a quick poll and see what do our audience think is remote contact center in for a short term or in for a long term. So there goes the poll. Is my poll visible? Okay, yeah, I think people are voting. So what do you think, Murli? Have you seen your customers also thinking remote contact center as a long term and the focus on mobile app? What do you see?
Yes, yes. So that there's a definite increasing trend on the mobile app front, right? And obviously security and other challenges or regulatory bodies, and as you rightly said, how exactly you cater to the regulatory bodies restrictions and parallelly provide the features to the users. So that is a task which is at hand. And trend wise, definitely there is an increasing trend we see on the mobile front.
Okay,
The
cool. So
other
I think,
example of video
yeah.
KYC is also a classic example of increasing trend of doing operations remotely.
So yeah, they are the results of the poll. Around 65% think it's a long-term implementation. So that's a good sign, and it's a good way to that people are realizing that it's in for a long term. Okay, so as there are advantages, there are also challenges in terms of remote contact center. So first and foremost challenge which we have found is in terms of setting up IT governance and security security challenges. So when you are in office setup and if there's a problem with your machine or anything, you just call up IT guy, he comes to your desk and fix it. But how do you ensure the IT governance in a remote setup? Because now you are basically working from, it's a contact center from anywhere, where there are multiple moving points in the network. So the IT, there's no way for the IT guy to identify the reason for the problem and thus not able to fix it. Also, the security of data is more important because you don't want the agent to have access to customers' data, which then can be misused. So that is the challenge one. The another challenge which we see in terms of remote contact center is in terms of onboarding and collaboration. So how do you onboard new agents? Because in contact center there are multiple applications. How do you ensure that the agent is able to understand are the apps very simple? Are the apps intuitive for the agent to quickly get started? And in terms of collaboration in an office setup, if the agent is having some trouble answering to a customer queries, he can immediately talk to his peer nearby or call his supervisor and get the issue resolved. But how do you get that done in a remote setup is a challenge. And the third thing, which is mostly related to business operations monitoring, so ensuring that your agents are working, they are productive, and they are helping you to achieve the business KPIs. So let's see what our audience has to say in terms of the challenges. So there's another poll around this. There you go. So Murli, have you also seen these challenges from your customers? Are they also, how are they addressing the IT governance and the security challenge? Murli, are you there? Okay. Okay, so the results seem interesting.
Yeah.
We'll choose.
So, Pushkar, so first 2 points, right? IT governance and onboarding is definitely seen as a challenge, right?
Mhm.
So basically, most of the features like your number masking and restricting the user to download data, etc., are available in the CRM and MU as well. Now, the major challenge what they see is basically on collaboration, right? So where collaboration in terms of the way of working, right? So earlier the call center process, as you rightly mentioned, is specific to an office, and there is a supervisor or there are multiple supervisors who are guiding them on the floor, and
Mhm.
things used to happen in that way. Now how the collaborations happen again, now there are a lot of platform capabilities which will come, as I said, actionable insights or bots basically, or maybe features where there is a live chat between the employees. So all of that are
Correct.
possible, but obviously it will not happen in a day or two. So it takes some time for people to get used to it, and solutions will come around these lines definitely. And
Correct.
the last point, business operations monitoring is a challenge, but I think both CRMs and the call center systems are addressing it by having multiple options of scheduling hourly reports to the manager, or scheduling notifications to the sales rep whenever the number of calls goes down, etc., which is more of a proactive monitoring than a reactive monitoring process which they used to follow. So that will
Correct.
basically reduce this effort of monitoring operations. But yeah, so IT challenges and governance challenges will remain obviously the top priority,
Yeah.
and especially vertical specific, it will be still there, like banking or a financial institution. So their remote call center adapting to that and without challenges may take time.
Correct. Even the poll results reflect that the same point. 58% see IT governance and security as the biggest challenge, followed by business operations, and onboarding and collaboration as the third. Cool.
Okay.
So that is in line with what we see. Let me quickly present my screen. Okay. So that's where the Amel's remote contact center solution comes into picture. It's a remote first contact center which helps you establish remote IT governance in IT and operations. It is built for remote customer engagement and supports multiple deployment options. So it could be on cloud, on premise, and as well as hybrid model. So in terms of establishing IT governance, which is one of the biggest challenge which we have seen, let me quickly show. Okay, yeah. So there's basically we have a centralized dashboard which gives you complete view of the remote contact center devices and the environment. So we also track up to 15 infrastructure parameters. So in case of a mobile agent app, if there's a problem with the call, the IT guy is now able to track whether the problem was with the mobile's data, whether it was with respect to mobile's memory, or there were multiple apps open on the agent's mobile, which was the issue. And also we now given a way for the agent to report bad quality calls. So in case the agent says that, okay, I'm facing problem with the calls, immediately notification goes to the IT, and then he can see in the dashboard that what is the actual reason for the bad quality calls, and then accordingly fix it. Also, the mobile agent app supports best-in-class voice quality with built-in WebRTC support because in the remote setup, you can't assure or you can't provide basically a high latency, low latency or no jitter network, which is the requirement in the call center. So the agent app supports best-in-class voice quality. So if, as an example, if you want to see the voice quality like WhatsApp is definitely available with the agent app. Second point, in terms of business monitoring, you now have a centralized view of your contact center operations, of your distributed workforce. So it is, and it is irrespective whether the agents are logging from mobile or their desktop or any external environment. So you now get a complete report of the total calls they have made, total agents who are online, how many callbacks have been scheduled, the number of campaigns which they are working on. And this all helps to basically scale up the operations and decide on the resource allocation part. And yeah, so this is the mobile agent app which we're talking of. It's a fully functional contact center on mobile with built-in WebRTC and CTI capabilities. It supports all the dialers, so be it progressive, predictive. It has all the functionality of those dialers, and with the floating app widget, you get now all the information on one single screen. So because in call center, as we mentioned earlier, there are multiple apps, but it becomes very tough to toggle between different apps on a mobile. So with the floating widget, what we have done is you can have the view of the basically the telephony panel within the another app. So in example of a CRM, you can have the Ameo telephonic connection or the floating widget in the CRM itself, and you can do all the actions like dialing in, adding dispositions, ending the call from that floating widget itself. And also it supports the enterprise grade security. So you have IMEI whitelisting, you can prevent the agent from recording the calls or taking screenshots while he's on the mobile agent app. So that addresses the security part, and obviously call masking and number masking is always there. It also supports omni-channel contact center because now that's where the digital channels are also being explored to handle the spike in inbound call volume. So it also supports the omni-channel contact center. And in terms of virtual collaboration, as Murli also said, there are a lot of peer-to-peer chat can happen. A supervisor can now broadcast to the entire broadcast a message to all his agents. We have now also added a functionality where an agent can now acknowledge. So in normally office setup, the supervisor can shout and address the agent by name and see whether he has received a message or not. But how do you do that in a remote setup? So to address that issue, now we have added that functionality where now agent can acknowledge, okay, that he has received the broadcast and is taking the requisite action on it. And also you get granular reports of all your call center operations to ensure the agents are productive. Yeah, I think that's on the mobile agent app. Murli, you want to talk about the Lead Squared part?
Yeah, so we have a couple of minutes left. So quickly to cover. So this is about the overall platform capability of Lead Squared. So we are a robust sales execution platform, which basically helps you to manage all your new sales, upsell, cross-sell, marketing, and digital sales, and any kind of operations you have in terms of sales marketing. So that is a quick brief about Lead Squared, and we have done a lot of webinars on our product capabilities and also the verticals which we serve. We focus on verticals like education, edtech, and financial services, and various other verticals like marketplace, e-commerce, right? So as a platform, our core capability is to manage or do efficient sales execution process, be it call center sales, be it field sales, or any sales which is happening through certain process, right? Which is a digital assisted sales process, right? So that's quickly on the brief, and we'll be happy to take questions. I think Pushraz have one more slide on overall capabilities of MEO, and post that we can quickly take some questions.
Correct. This is a short brief about Ameo. It's a leading customer engagement platform used by over 2,000 brands in 60 plus countries. We are also one of the trusted or the most secure platform, customer engagement platform. As you see, we are PSI DSS compliant, and that's the only player from India to be PCI DSS compliant. For those of you who don't know what is PCI DSS, it is mostly related to security of credit card payments. And we are also ISO certified. And here are some of our customers whom we help go remote during these times. So almost 50,000 plus agents across 15 plus countries and 100 plus businesses are using us for remote contact center. Byju's is one of them, Bank Bazaar, and many are more to go. Yeah, so with that, we are now open to questions. Shaista, you can share the questions which we have received.
Thank you,
And then we can
Pushkaraj.
take
Thank you, Murli. Yeah. So we will go ahead and take some time for questions now. Very first question for you, Pushkaraj. Does the calling platform support power dialing, batch dialing to US, Canada, UK?
Oh yes, so the platform definitely supports, and with power dialing, definitely the customer experience is not affected because you are ensuring that the agent is available to take the call before the customer rings. And it can be definitely used for high value calls. Otherwise, if you are looking for a high volume calls, I think progressive dialer or predictive dialer is much better.
Okay, so another question is from Mr. Prasad. This is for you, Murli. What is Lead Square's
Yeah.
USP over its competitor in the same market segment?
So USP, I mean, obviously we should know the competitor also because there are hundreds of CRM companies out there. But to be precise, Lead Squared's capability ideally is to have agility in terms of implementations, right? We are quicker in implementing one. And the other important parameter what we focus on is automating the sales process, right? So we are more of an execution platform for sales, and we focus on very specific to sales related challenges. One, the other important aspect is the volume of leads, or where the volume what the business is operating currently in. So if your volume of leads is high, Lead Squared can better fit in those deals where the number of leads per day or the number of calls per day are pretty huge. So that is where a solution like Lead Squared will have better advantage over competition.
Okay, so we have another question from Ranjit. He asked, as every organization is leaning positively towards approaching customer digitally, how difficult is it for the customer to react on every request he gets? As almost all organization in all industry will make their best efforts, are we going to compromise in converting potential customers into actual sale digitally due to there's no response attention because of infinite digital proposals? Raj, Murli.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily. Yeah, so I think not necessarily. So basically, again, it's all about what processes you have internally to manage those inquiries, right? That makes all the difference. So ideally, one example which you're talking about, especially the digital assisted sales process, right? Wherein customer is on your website filling a form and dropping off. So there are high chances you call him quickly to get the conversion, right? So customer in some cases will be happy, and there are cases where he'll be bombarded with calls. But it all depends on the way your process is structured. I think that will make the whole difference on who will win the deal perspective. But yes, so customer getting more calls or being bombarded with emails, I mean, irrespective of going digital, every individual is now always bombarded with a lot of emails, right? Because your email ID is out there in the market, and your phone numbers are out there somewhere whenever you register with some or the other business. So stopping that is only basically on mobile. At least you have options of DND, and MU also supports all those controls, right? Wherein calls will not be entertained for promotional perspective, at least for the DND numbers. And obviously emails will provide you options to spam, etc. So you, as an individual, you can reduce those incoming call requests or mail or SMS requests. But the conversion perspective, I think it is completely on the process which the business is defining. So that will help them to do better compared to their peers in the business.
And definitely,
Pushkar,
Murli. Yeah, and I think also with a unified view now with a tightly integrated CRM and contact center app, we now have a unified view of the customer. So that will also ensure that you're not bombarding him with multiple calls or emails. And also in terms of basically, if you're using a omni-channel contact center, you now can track all the interactions across different channels in a single view. So again, that probably can help reduce the bombarding and ensure that the customer experience is not affected and conversions are in line with the expectations.
Yeah.
okay. So we are getting another question from Ankush. This is to you, Pushkaraj. Is there any possibility to connect Ameo with CRM, which is Microsoft Dynamics, and ad serving platforms like Google Ads?
Correct. So we do have ready-made integrations with all the leading CRMs. So LeadSquared is one. Microsoft Dynamics also we have a ready-made integration. In terms of integration with Google Ads, I think probably the data from Google Ads should first go to a CRM like Microsoft Dynamics, and from there on you can define the rules as we discussed earlier during the webinar.
Right. This one is for you, Murli. How do you make sure that the leads you are getting are from your target audience so that the sales team doesn't waste time on irrelevant leads? This is from Rathor.
Yeah, Rato. So perfect question. So I think the important parameters to grab irrelevant or low quality leads, ideally to use quality criteria. So LeadSquared provides you to define your ideal customer profile and various other scoring parameters, basis on which system will automatically define that score whenever a lead comes in. To give a quick example, if an age of the customer is this and salary is this, let's say that is your ideal customer. So whenever that is not matching, system automatically rate him, saying low value customer or low priority customer. So based on that, you can grab unwanted leads, or maybe you can follow a different approach of sending them only automated communication until they are nurtured or sales ready. And for the high quality leads, you can put it in your priority bucket of calling, and the calls can immediately get triggered through auto dialing from MEO.
Thank you, Murli. We are short of time, so we'll take one more last question. And this question is from Vijayan. He wants to know how to increase sales in gold investment products. Pushkaraj, Murli, you would like to answer?
Can you repeat the question? I think, Sahasta, I lost that last word.
Okay. He wants to know how to increase sales in gold investment products.
Sales in gold investment.
Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Typical question. So,
Correct.
we
So
are currently, I think, pursuing. Yeah, we are currently pursuing Muthoot, for their sales process. Probably I may answer this in a better way post that, but ideally, so the better thing is here in this perspective is, I mean, obviously, I'm assuming they are doing a lot of ads on TV and so the better way is first to capture centrally inquiries, like MEO provides you your missed call or incoming call capture facility, where any call coming to or inquiry coming can be captured without miss, and then you put some nurturing sequences in LeadSquared, because the loan is in most of the case loan is not an immediate need, right? Wherein you push somebody for a loan, he may not take it, but when he needs it, he'll come back to you immediately.
So yeah, exactly. For the even for Muthoot, what we had done is in terms of video KYC. So Muthoot had launched their new product, which is called Loan at the Home. So wherein the agent basically instead of visiting the customer branch, the Muthoot branch, it is all done and the agent visits the customer's home for all the gold loan purposes. The challenge there was that the agent goes over at the customer premises, he does the KYC, and that used to take almost an hour at the customer's home, which the Muthoot wanted to eliminate. So with video KYC, what happens is once the video KYC is actually done before even the agents visits the home. So once the video KYC is actually successfully completed, that's the time only the agent goes at the customer's premises to do the loan formalities, and within 15 minutes he is out of the customer premises. So that video KYC part helped them reduce the onboarding time by almost 75 to 90%. So that probably is one of the probably solutions for the loan investment product.
So Pushkaraj, there's someone who is asking one question and it says directly to Pushkaraj, is Ameo available on premises method? If does it has a mobile application?
So yes, Ameo provides all the flexible, basically all the deployment models of on-premise, on cloud, and even the hybrid setup. Even with the agent mobile app, you will have to connect through Ameo application, either through it could be on the cloud or on premise. So yes, that is available.
Thank you, Pushkaraj. We are still getting a lot of questions. I would request you all, you can write us on our emails. In fact, we'll try to answer you back on the email itself. Well, great. It looks like we have covered most of the question. Is there anything else, Murli and Pushkaraj, you would like to cover before a wrap up?
I think we are good. So I know anybody who is keen on knowing the solution of LeadSquare or Ameo, you can write it to Sayasta. So we'll be happy to have a one-on-one conversation. And any specific queries, please drop us. We'll be happy to revert, and we'll be happy to connect one-on-one for that as well.
Correct. And thank you for your time to attend this webinar. It was a great one, I think.
And stay safe.
Great.
Yes,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you all being here. Before signing off, I would request all the attendees to fill in a small survey, which will pop up while closing the webinar window. Once again, thank you for joining us today, and please fill in up the survey. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thanks, Murli, and thanks
Thank
to all
you.
attendees.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.